Welcome to this week in the world of wrestling.
Welcome to TWitWoW, the best wrestling podcast made for wrestling fans, by wrestling fans, on the web today. I'm John, that's my cohort and commentary Ashton. We are still your Tweet-Up Tag Team Champions, and this, you know where we are, this is our Monday Night Raw review. And if I sound pumped up, well, guess what? It's because I am pumped up. Because this Raw blew Battleground out of the freaking water. I loved this Raw tonight. Great developments for SummerSlam. Got some great matches. I have no complaints. Ashton, what'd you think of it?
Do you mind if I recap what we got tonight?
Go for it.
We had two massive internet darling upset wins, a new heel faction potentially formed, a massive, long-awaited heel turn from a diva, a huge return from a main eventer, and, of course, not to mention, an arrest, and to top it all off, just the icing on the cake, a wardrobe malfunction.
And a partridge in a freaking pear tree. This Raw was stacked, guys. Absolutely stacked.
Vicky Bella jokes incoming?
Yeah, absolutely. So with that said, I mean, let's get right into our first segment, Heat of the Night. And I don't have any heats of the night tonight, but because we reserved this segment for any and all complaints, we could get to the fun stuff, and there is a lot of fun stuff. I do have one, and I'm not even that miffed about it because I'm intrigued if they're going to address it more in depth later. I thought the Cesaro breakaway from Heyman's camp was a bit anticlimactic. But again, like, I'm just going to put feelers out on that and see how they deal with it in the coming months. Because the way they handled it, I was just like, well, it's official, but it left me kind of meh. So that was my only complaint about this Raw tonight. No formal heats of the night. Ashton, what about you?
Believe it or not, John, I have one heat of the night.
Okay, well, let's have it out right now.
And it revolves entirely around the new Xavier Woods thing that we have going on.
Oh, what?
Two reasons. First of all, the whole thing is supposed to be that the African-American WWE superstars are getting the shaft. And they cut this great impassioned promo about how they need to take what they deserve immediately after Kofi and Big E lose to two white guys.
Okay.
And the second part is, why is this a heel faction?
I gotta be honest. See, you caught me off guard with this, because this is my mark out moment of the night. This faction. This is my biggest pop. And I'm kind of befuddled. I mean, I can understand your first reason, but my second thing is, why wouldn't this be a heel faction?
No, John. I'm not asking why it's a faction. I'm asking why they're heels.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't they be heels? To me,
because they're speaking the truth. They're saying everything that all of us have been saying for months now. They're finally calling WWE out on their BS.
And I agree, dude. As far as that goes, I'm in complete agreement with you. But the fact is, sometimes you have to do questionable things to make.
Why is it that when black guys run around dancing and rapping for everybody, they're good guys, but when they decide to take a stand and seek some equality, all of a sudden now they're bad guys? That's my problem. I don't get that.
Well, and see that. Well, now that you phrased it that way, I can see where you're coming from. Because the way I took it, because I freaking love this. I mean, we might as well talk about it now, since you addressed it now. I love this Xavier Woods. This is the Xavier Woods I've been wanting for years. And what I was telling you, it's so funny for me personally that this happened when I've been recently reading literature and re-listening to speeches by Malcolm X, because that is so the direction.
John, I don't want you to get me wrong. I absolutely love the direction that they're going with Xavier Woods' character. My problem is that they're going to be booked as heels, when at the end of the day, somebody who says what Xavier Woods says in the way he says it, with that amount of charisma, on top of the message behind it, there's literally no reason for anyone to boo them, and yet WWE is going to find a way to make us.
I see, again, since you phrased it like that, I totally understand where you're coming from, because I'm going to be so behind these guys, it's ridiculous. I'm going to be rooting for them to really take it all.
Xavier Woods cut one promo about he and Kofi and Big E needing to step up and take what belongs to them, and he got what? Are you kidding me?
That angered me. Because I even said on Tweetoff that promo alone and this new repackaged Woods and where it looks like they're going with it. Because, again, this is only night one, so I don't want to jump the gun on anything. And I'm trying to control my fandom a little bit because I was just marking out all over the place. Already with that one promo, he's in my top 5. He's in my fave 5. It's ridiculous. I loved it. I agree with you. This should not be booed. This should be something that's supported. They may get support. You know, the crowd may cheer them, but commentary may try and spin the narrative to make them heels, kind of like they seem to do with the Wyatt family. And I don't know if maybe they're finally succeeding because they did get a good bit of heat tonight, which we'll get to later on.
And I just want to warn everybody. I don't want this to come off as me being bitter, but if the WWE moves forward with this and the commentary, both from a just like a social commentary standpoint and from a literal like Jerry Lawler, Michael Cole, JBL commentary, try to make these guys seem like the bad guys every single time it happens. I don't know for sure, but it's probably going to be heat of the night.
Well, at least you're putting it out there now, and I don't blame you, and it'll be something.
Because, dude, I love the idea of having a new Nation of Domination, the whole idea that the black guys in WWE are finally standing up for themselves after months of basically being treated like jobbers and ragdolls for guys like Rusev and Cesaro. But stand up for yourself, but there's no reason for the WWE. Because here's my thing, John. What really scares me about this is the WWE is finally doing it and they're finally pulling the trigger on it. But what a lot of people I feel don't realize is what exactly is there going to be to say after a month when these guys are back to jobbing?
And I fear that too. I have the exact same fears you do.
The lesson that's getting taught there is, hey, black guys, you can stand up for yourself, but all you're going to do is get booed and then start losing again.
Well, I mean, not just black guys, because when you really strip the message down to its essence, this could apply to any kind of oppressed roster type.
Any kind of minority, even.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, well, way to voice your opinion and try and engage in some type of activism, but this is what happens.
I mean, it's basically Zack Ryder, the Zack Ryder effect, where they said, try and get yourself over, and he did, and all they did was bury him for it. Like, that's... And it's even worse because this actually has social implications to it.
Oh, dude, this is so good. I wish people could understand, like, how excited I am for this. Because, again, like, the best way I could communicate it right now is he's already in my top 5. This Xavier Woods. And it couldn't have come at a better time, A, for, again, what I'm doing currently on a personal front. And B, I mean, Damian Sandow's been a joke for months. So to see Xavier Woods come in this role is just amazing. And, you know, with Kofi Kingston and Big E towing behind him, they could be a real tour de force. The question is, will WWE and mainly, you know, its writers give them that chance? They have a chance to really be a great faction here, guys. I'm not kidding. I think Xavier Woods, with this one promo, already proved to be quite a magnificent mouthpiece. And
we already knew that, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, really seeing it on this serious level, when he said you can't shake hands and kiss babies to get ahead. You need to take, and we will sit by no longer. I'm like, oh, God, yes, yes. So I'm so excited about this, but every reservation you aired here, I completely understand. I think it totally has merit, and I hope we're wrong. I do. Make us wrong this one time. I want to love this so bad, dude. You don't even know. Like, this could be so good. And you and I were even talking. If they get R-Truth or Mark Henry to join, or heck, even both, which I'm a bit wary about this group getting too many members, but I guess R-Truth and Mark Henry, and then you just kind of stop there. Somebody was saying Titus O'Neil. No, I do not care to have Titus O'Neil in this group. R-Truth and Mark Henry, though, I'm for it.
And you know what, dude? It doesn't even have to be all black guys. If they want to go the African-American route, Leo Kruger and Justin Gabriel are both from Africa.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? Oh, dude, you just blew my... Because I just thought Adam Rose could be having a segment with the Rosebuds, or maybe he could be advertising something, and Xavier Woods could come into the picture, completely dress him down, and look at you. You used to be a prince of Africa, and now you're a joke, or something like that, and just totally dress him down. It could be awesome. so much potential. Oh, and can I just point out to everybody, because again, it definitely does seem like they're going heel Kofi Kingston finally. Holy crap. This is going to be so good, I hope.
To me, I think that what would make this acceptable is if they didn't really, like, it's so hard to come up with a way to make this acceptable because it's just so, I mean, they talk about John Cena being controversial. This is controversial right here. I think that what it really comes down to is how they are addressed. If JBL, Cole, and Lawler cut them down, and that's the thing. If they are going to be heel, I want JBL to stand up for them.
Yeah.
If they are going to be heel, we need a voice of reason on commentary when one or both of the other commentators are acting like racist douchebags. So if it has to be JBL, that's fine. I don't want Michael Cole to be the only voice of reason when these guys, if they're going to be heel, the heel commentator needs to stand up for them too.
I agree with you, and the only other way I can think of that would make me personally okay with this, every time commentary would seem like they want to try and take this in one direction, have Woods stand up to them. Because that's what I think this character is. Every time he hears that the machine, because again, we always say the commentary addresses the audience. They're the connection between the home audience and the live in-ring product. And Woods could intercept it, and either during Big E and Kofi matches, he would always sit in on commentary. Or, say he can't do that, maybe he just keeps subtly attacking them, and then it would culminate in, like, this confrontation. Be like, you guys are always putting us down. You don't understand. I mean, JBL, you were a former WWE champion, and who did you beat for that gold? Eddie Guerrero. See, that's another thing, too. If they want to do a minority thing, I would really do a brushstroke and do all minorities. Be like, you beat Eddie Guerrero for that championship, or something like that. I just feel like this has so much potential. I just hope that they realize what they've got in this angle. I really do.
Shall see. Again, this is only a heat of the night because of the fact that it started after an immediate loss, which, to me, I think that's the most acceptable thing because I can understand the idea of Woods coming in and wanting to really pick up the morale of Big E and Kofi and being like, you guys are down in the dumps, let's rally together and get back to the top of the mountain. So that, to me, is even acceptable. The fact that they're being presented as heels already is immediate heat of the night for me.
And I can understand why. Let's just hope that this group will pack a punch. Before we started recording, I revisited the segment on WWE's YouTube page. So far it has just a few comments, but all of them are just proclaiming with excitement, new nation of domination. So it seems like it's getting over pretty well. I'll recheck in a couple hours.
John, what would you do if next week Raw was just kind of going along as usual, and next thing you know, we are the nation?
Oh, I'd pop. Dude, said it like, this will be my third time saying it now. Xavier Woods is in my top 5 now with this repackaging. And the Nation of Domination,
he's cut one promo.
I'm so into it, though. I'm just so into it. So, yeah, top 5, and I'm just all ears, all eyes on the Nation. I'm very excited for this.
That is, if they, I highly doubt they're going to be another Nation of Domination. They're probably going to have a unique name, but
they probably will have a unique name, but you know what everybody will think probably every time they come out. So